The 2017 Miss Caribbean Culture Organizing Committee says thanks to its many sponsors and contributors. Topping the list is title sponsor Flow. This is how we flow. Lime Cafe, Beach Bar and Entertainment Central, the Hamilton Beach Villas and Spa, Dion and Associates, and the Nevis Island Administration. Orly Masonry Products, OMP, Carib Breweries, St. Kitts, Nevis, Miss Culture 1974 Limited, Lucina Stapleton Wade, Adrian Liebert of South Florida, USA. All special thanks to Derek V. Freights, Cantor St. Kitts, Education Department, St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the Nevis Tourism Authority, TDC Nevis Limited, SL Hosford's Nevis Center, the Culturama Secretariat, Rams Supermarket Nevis, Best Buy Supermarkets, Sunshine's Beach Bar and Grill, Meeting Dynamics, Lefco Equipment Rental, Wesk Limited, Delta Petroleum Limited, S. Hankins and Sons Limited, the 36 Apparel Company out of Texas, and Vibrant Printing and Graphics, Bronx, New York. Our media partners: Caribbean Broadcast Network, Nevis Television, Channel 8, ZIZ, Freedom FM, Nevis Pages, The Leeward Times, THG Network, and all our other media outlets throughout the Federation. Special thanks also to our distinguished panel of judges, audit team, Latoya Jones, Chevron Williams, and Chanel Dorr. Thanks also to our local and Caribbean pageant committees and partners, our bus driver Frank, and pageant assistants, our devoted patrons, pageant lovers, and well-wishers. And a big shout out to all of you, and thank you from all of us, the organizers of the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant.
Contestant number 1.
Steel band lovers, this one's for you. Get up, it's just the ball, wake up, it's back and oh yeah, the band, oh yeah, the band, true band, a parade, steel band, it must get played. Oh yeah, the band, oh yeah, the band, sweet melody, and harmony. Orange look at the people jumping, waving, but they jumping with percussion. Roll out the notes and let the sweet music bring you back in the band.
Good, very good. Can you please tell me this evening what your costume represents?
There are many aspects of our culture in Angola that can be represented in an ambassadorial way. But because of my passion for the environment, I have chosen to highlight one of our greatest environmental treasures and major contributor to our seafaring culture. Well known for its spectacular white sand beaches and crystal turquoise waters, Angola is boasts of a rich and diverse marine life. This ambassadorial wear pays homage to our underwater ecosystem and is characteristic of the various flora and fauna that are indigenous to my island.
Thank you. Give a round of applause. Now we're going to choose your number. Judge number 2.
And judge number 2 is Mr. Adrian Liebert.
Good evening, Miss Anguilla.
Good evening.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Great, thank you. The Caribbean Islands are known for their hospitality, warm weather, and beautiful beaches. The beaches have become the final resting place for much litter, especially plastic. What would you recommend to preserve the beauty of our lovely beaches? Repeat. The Caribbean Islands are known for their hospitality, warm weather, beautiful beaches. The beaches have become the final resting place for much litter, especially plastic. What would you recommend to preserve the beauty of our lovely beaches?
Thank you for your question. Because the Caribbean is located at the coastal aspects of the Caribbean Sea, our beaches are our greatest assets. I would encourage the Caribbean nations and governments, both private and public sectors, to develop recycling programs that encourage both locals and tourists to recycle plastic, glass, and paper. Secondly, I would encourage them to enforce a penalty against persons who are found littering on the beaches, because plastic does not degrade easily, and it bioconcentrates in marine life and moves up the food chain and are very detrimental to our marine life. So I would encourage the government, both private and public sector, to develop a recycling program and enforce fines that penalize persons who are found littering. Thank you.
Thank you. Give a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1, representing Anguilla Rainbow City, Carencia Rao.
Contestant number 2. Can you please tell us what your costume represents?
Green and beautiful. Nevis is one of the most beautiful locations on the planet, and I'm proud to boast that it is only one of the few unspoiled Caribbean locations. And guess what? I live here. The red fabric symbolizes our national flower, the poinciana, or most commonly called by locals, the Delinox regia. Oh, the peacock feathers. They resemble our rich culture, and I can tell you that they can be compared to the poincianas and the hummingbirds seen fluttering from flower to flower. Nevis is truly a place rich in culture, heritage, and in our diversity. It is beautiful. It is peaceful. Nevis naturally.
Thank you, thank you. Now you're going to choose your number. Judge number 1.
And judge number 1 is Cindy Good.
Hello.
Hello.
There are some people who believe that pageantry is on the decline. In your opinion, what is the relevance of pageants such as the Miss Caribbean Culture Queen pageant to the Caribbean region?
As someone who comes from a small Caribbean island, I believe that it is necessary for pageantry, especially for our young persons, our young women to express themselves. Firstly, I believe it helps in us young women helping in our communication skills, our development skills. It helps us to broadcast our island as a tourist destination. I believe it is also necessary for governments to help increase the number of pageantry areas within our federation. Therefore, with this increase, we can see tourism building in our federation. Thank you.
Give a round of applause. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This one's for you.
Miss Nevis.
Get up, it's the all the way up. It's back and down. Oh yeah, it's back and down. Oh yeah, it's back and down. Juvenile, the foreign scene, but it must get played. Oh yeah, it's back and down. Oh yeah, it's back and down. Sweet melody, fine harmony. Orange look at the people jumping, waving. Fabulous jumping with percussion. Roll out the notes and let the sweet music bring you that is divine. Play, play.
Contestant number 3.
And she has
Can you please tell me what your costume represents, please?
Tropical Good evening, Nevis. My ambassadorial wear represents the new age quadrille dancer. The colorful fabric, known as madras, is one of our native materials, merging a Kalaloo melting pot of Spanish, European, and Danish traditions, which creates my cruising
By
heritage.
award-winning
Thank you.
developer.
Thank you. Judge number 10.
And judge number 10 is Mr. Patrick Howell.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thanks.
You're welcome.
My question. Many argue that in recent years, Caribbean women are no longer disadvantaged or marginalized as a group in society. Giving justification for your answer.
I would have to say that I disagree with Caribbean women being marginalized or disadvantaged. The woman is the giver of life. We spread the nation. So therefore, without the women, there is no nation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and
This one's
gentlemen,
for you.
number 3, Miss St. Croix, El Newside.
Contestant number 4. Can you please tell us what your costume represents?
My attire this evening represents everything that makes Dominica the nature island of the Caribbean. The red along my arm and in my skirt represents our national flower, the Bois Quaib. Scientifically known as Sabinia carinalis and locally known as caribou, this flower officially became our national emblem in 1978, the year we gained our independence. It has survived our history and therefore represents the continuity of our people. Its scarlet flowers and hardiness also highlights the strength and resilience of the Dominican people. To my back cascades a waterfall into one of our 365 pristine rivers. And of course, the green represents our lush vegetation and forests. From the top of my head down to my feet, I represent Dominica. Whitey Kubuli, tall is her body.
Thank you. Judge number 3.
And judge number 3 is Shanice Jeffers.
Good night, Ms. Dominica.
Good night.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
All right. If you were elected Minister of National Security, what program or programs would you put in place to ensure women are more empowered in your country?
Could you please repeat the question?
Sure. If you are elected Minister of National Security, what program or programs would you put in place to ensure women are more empowered in your country?
From my perspective, if I were the Minister of National Security in my country, I would first and foremost educate everyone about the importance of women. Women are the givers of life, and not only that, the Caribbean women are strong, independent, and intelligent. Additionally, I would also empower women by giving them the opportunity to join the police force, the military army, and just enabling them to protect themselves and their family.
Oftentimes in the Caribbean, women are the heads of the household in single-parent families, and they need to know that they have the strength and the power, just as equally as men, to protect themselves and their families. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Dominica Jade Romaine.
Contestant number 5.
Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Janelle Thang.
Can you please tell us what your costume represents, please?
Ooh, it will be my pleasure. Strength, wisdom, harmony, and freedom. These are the words that knit together the very foundation of my people, birthed from the bellies of our first people. When Christopher Columbus first rediscovered our isles, he was met with a people rich in culture and at one with nature. Multiple tribes of over 40,000 strong that had inhabited our nation for more than 6,000 years prior. These great people led a life of meaning, giving great depth and respect to all that surround them. This evening, my costume to you is the celebration of a people. The Amerindians, more specifically, the Kalinagos, Caribs, and Itanos, Arawaks, feathers represented power, wisdom, freedom, and so much more. White was used as a sign of mourning, but when used as face paint, it represented peace. Black spoke of power, aggression, strength, success, and victory, while green was the embodiment of nature, healing, harmony, and endurance. Together, my costume epitomizes the citizens of sweet TNT of today and yesterday. I am Janelle Thong's delegate number 5. In my costume, the celebration of a people. Thank you.
Thank you too. Judge number 8.
And the judge number 8 is Mr. Derek V. Freites.
Good night, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Good night to you too as well.
I'll ask you a question. I'll repeat it.
No problem, thank you.
You're given the task of finding someone to enter the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant. Give me 2 selling points that you would use to convince that person. You're given the task of finding someone to enter the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant. Give me 2 selling points that you would use to convince that person.
Thank you so much for that question. Welcome. First of all, I have 9 other beautiful ladies from across the region. We have not only gained friendship, but I learned so much about their islands that we have already planned to go all over. From next year, I have at least 5 of them coming for Carnival. So I'm welcoming anyone. If you want to come to Carnival next year, February, just call me and I will handle you. The second thing, being in Nevis is an experience second to none. I've been here for roughly a week and I've learned so much about innovation culture and your people, your food. It's amazing. The culture fair was fantastic. I've learned that just on October 1st that you celebrated the Christina ferry that drowned and you lost so much lives. I've known about your town being moved from Jamestown to Charleston because of a tidal wave. I've learned about how Nevis has always come back from everything that has hit you guys hard. And I honestly feel honored to be here celebrating Culturama with you. So those 2 points, anyone will love to come to Culturama. Thank you.
This one's for you.
Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Janelle Thong.
as she makes way for Miss St. Kitts.
Contestant number 6.
Katharina Davis.
Can you please tell us what the costume represents, please?
Good evening, Queen City Nevis. Hailing from your sister Isle St. Kitts, I am 26-year-old Katharina Davis. My costume depicts one of the most striking trees in the tropics, the flamboyant, known to Kittitians and Nevisians as the poinciana, our national flower named after Monsieur de Poincy. The first French governor of St. Kitts is said to have brought it to the region. The incredible hues of red, green, and yellow not only captures the true colors of the scoped blossoms and compound deciduous leaves of the flamboyant, but a joyous display of national pride.
Thank you. Judge number 6.
And the judge number 6 is Mr. Garrett Skeet.
Good evening, Ms. St. Kitts.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm lovely.
Wonderful. I will repeat the question.
Thank you.
Given that today's youth have grown up with the internet, video games, cell phones, Facebook, Instagram, etc., in your opinion, do you think these tools encourage this generation to be socially disconnected or connected to each other than previous generations? I repeat. Given that today's youth have grown up with the internet, video games, cell phones, Facebook, Instagram, etc., in your opinion, do you think these tools encourage this generation to be socially disconnected or connected to each other than previous generations?
Thank you. Judges and ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Within our generation at this present point, I believe that social media has indeed connected us much more than ages before. I've been connected to my family all around the world where I couldn't personally meet them. Social media has provided me a forum where I can be currently updated by the minute what they are doing, any events they are engaged in. And at this time, the Caribbean Culture Pageant is being streamed live, and they are able to see me perform live, which I am extremely proud of. They called me to congratulate me. They are proud that I've had the courage to do this pageant, and I will express my thanks to anyone to continue to provide their information via social medias. It's a great way to connect our generation. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss St. Kitts, Katharina Davis.
Contestant number 7.
Miss Guyana, Lisa Walcott.
Can you please tell us what your costume represents, please?
My exotic costume represents Mashramani. The word Mashramani depicts from the Amerindian heritage in Guyana. Mashramani, the meaning of Mashramani is celebration after hard work. On this day, the sun is usually the hottest, and this is why my headdress represents the sun. Guyana is made up of 80% rainforest, and this is what my gigantic wings represent. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Judge number 9.
And judge number 9 is Carrie Nicholas.
Good evening, Ms. Guyana. How
Good
are
evening.
you?
I'm great.
I'm going to ask you a question and I'm going to repeat it for you. Do you think that legalization of medical marijuana in the Caribbean can be beneficial to the health of Caribbean people? Give reasons for your answer. I'm going to repeat. Do you think that legalization of medical marijuana in the Caribbean can be beneficial to the health of Caribbean people? Give your reasons for your answer.
I believe that the legalization of marijuana would be useful to people in the Caribbean because marijuana is not known to killing anyone. Marijuana has healed a lot of people, cancer patients and so on. Yes, marijuana could send a lot of people delusional, but I still believe that there's a lot of beneficial things that marijuana can provide. So I think it should be legalized. Thank you.
Lisa Walcott, Miss Guyana.
Contestant number 8.
Miss St. Martin, Shanice Powell.
Okay, can you please tell me what your costume represents, please?
Everything has beauty, but not everyone can see it. That's why my magnificent national wear is a golden brown pelican, and it's regal, you must admit. Known for soaring over the blue skies of Sunshine City, this magnificent design screams creativity. Made with over 4,000 jewels and crystals, and infused with the colors of red to illustrate the war and bloodshed. White for the faith and purity that we hold to the core, as the blue signifies peace and assurance, as we have coined the name as the friendly island for sure. At the back, I proudly display my St. Martin coat of arms that can be found on my national flag. If this beautiful bird can speak, it would invite you to enjoy and come experience life in Sunshine City. I am Miss Shanice Powell in a costume that depicts my paradise, my pride, but most of all, my 7-to-1 culture that cannot hide.
Judge number 11.
And judge number 11 is Vita Morton.
Good evening, Miss St. Martin.
Good evening, Judge number 11.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good as well.
Awesome.
The Caribbean countries are reeling from the negative effects of gang violence. If you were part of the government, name one strategy that you would use to curb this trend. I repeat, the Caribbean countries are reeling from the negative effects of gang violence. If you were part of government, name one strategy that you would use to curb this trend.
If I had the opportunity to be in government to help with the gang violence in the Caribbean, my first strategy would have to be to understand basically the mindset of the young people of today. Basically, we have a new generation that's coming up that's very angry, and we're not sure where this anger is coming from. We can learn from people with past experiences that have been in jail or who have gone down the wrong path and want to use their experience to help the future generation. So one of my strategies would definitely be to work with these people who have gone through these kind of struggles and see how we can start to understand our young people in order for us to start helping our young people.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Sunshine City, St. Martin, Miss Shanice Powell.
Contestant number 9.
Miss St. Lucia, Tyler Theophane.
Can you please tell us what your costume represents, please?
My costume depicts the white-breasted thrasher or gorge blur. The thrasher is 23 to 25 centimeters long and weighs from 48 to 60 grams depending on their sex and subspecies. Now, despite being globally rare, the thrasher is quite particular. The thrasher sees beyond everything that it is. The thrasher is capable of living with its predators, for example, the mongoose and the rats. The thrasher, is a ground-eating bird who feeds basically on fruits and animal proteins. Currently, there is a program aimed at protecting these species in my country. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tyler Theophan, Miss St. Lucia, representing the white-breasted thrasher. Thank you.
Judge number 5.
And judge number 5 is Kala Astafan.
Good evening, Miss St. Lucia. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, I'll repeat the question. Within the rich culture of the Caribbean, the use of Creole dialect is often frowned upon by many who see it as the speech of the uneducated. How would you try to change that view? Again, within the rich culture of the Caribbean, the use of Creole dialect is often frowned upon by many who see it as the speech of the uneducated. How would you try to change that view? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout the world, you find that there are different countries who have more than one dialect, for example, English and Spanish. In my country, for example, St. Lucia, we do speak Creole, and we do speak English as well. This is our culture. It's something that we were raised with and brought upon. So I believe that for us to continue practicing it, it would definitely enhance our culture and show the beauty of our St. Lucia and the rest of the other countries who also speak Creole. Thank you.
Miss St. Lucia, Tyler Theophan.
Contestant number 10.
Miss Montserrat.
Zenushka Mead.
Can you please tell us what your costume represents, please?
My sweet island Montserrat has endured the effects of 2 destructive natural disasters, which greatly pushed us back on the development scale. Although much has been taken from us, we remain strong and hopeful. Each piece of tree bark, from my bodice to my knees, represents the strength of our people, fighting for a brighter future for our island. The tail of my gown, my headdress, accessories, and umbrella are all made from our national fabric. The colors that make up our national fabric are the same colors that make up the Ireland national flag. The significance of this is that Montserratians are of African and Irish descent. In acknowledging our African heritage, the design of my ensemble is a replica of an African modern-day bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I am 21-year-old Zenushka Mead, representing the breathtaking beauty known as Aliogana, the Emerald Isle, Montserrat.
Judge number 7.
Good evening, Miss Montserrat.
Good evening, and how are you?
I'm fantastic, and how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm enjoying being in Nevis.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. I'm going to ask you a question, and at the end of the question, I'm going to repeat it.
Okay.
Bruce Jenner shocked the world when he had a gender change to become Caitlyn. In your opinion, do you think that men who change their gender should be afforded the opportunity to call themselves female and live in society as women? I will repeat. Bruce Jenner shocked the world when he announced a gender change and then became Caitlyn. In your opinion, do you think that men who change their gender should be afforded the right to call themselves females and live in society as women?
As a new world, we have established human rights. I do believe once you are comfortable in your skin, even if it's that you were born a man and you changed to a woman, once you love yourself the way that you are and what you have become in life, you can be anything you choose to be. We are as a people supposed to support people and allow them to make their own decisions in order to benefit themselves in life. I thank you.
And judge number 7 was Miss Yarni Morton.
This one's for you.
That was Miss Montserrat Zainushka Mead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Patterson.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Continue to enjoy the rest of the show, and happy Culturama.
When you think about it, your phone is like your best friend. It makes you laugh. It's where you make plans, lets you share your happiest moments, and hear a comforting voice when you need it most. It's your everything. So get everything out of your phone with a Flow prepaid combo plan.
Select the best plan that fits you and save up to 95% on data, talk, and text on the fastest and most reliable 4G network. The bigger you go, the bigger you save. So activate your Flow prepaid combo plan today and give your best friend everything.
Are you a homeowner? Recently purchased a fixer-upper, contractor, commercial landlord? If your property needs a makeover, then TDC Financial Services has a loan offer you can't refuse. We're offering a brand new renovation loan. Take a little or take a lot with amazing terms on both secured and unsecured offerings. Take your time. Repayment terms are easy and flexible. Plus, as an added bonus, get up to 20% off renovation materials purchased at TDC Home and Building Depots. Give your home that facelift it deserves with the help from a TDC Financial Services renovation loan. Terms and conditions apply.
In the golden west coast of Nevis, located in the quaint but historic village of Nelson Spring, on a prime beachfront property facing the Caribbean Sea, you're sure to experience a tropical escape at the Hamilton Beach Villas and Spas. Come explore. Between the breathtaking views and state-of-the-art accommodations and amenities, you'll want to stay forever. Come explore luxury living on the beach.
Belmont Gardens Residences and Duty-Free Shopping is a St. Kitts and Nevis government-approved, citizenship by investment luxury boutique development by award-winning developer Dion & Associates. Located on the pristine Penny's Beach on the marvelous and highly revered island of Nevis. This 33-unit development is an ultra-modern, minimalist designed architectural masterpiece, fusing Japanese Zen and a Caribbean flair with luxurious features and bespoke finishes, creating a beautiful, minimalistic, and classy interior look. Panoramic views of the Caribbean Sea and the majestic Mount Nevis surround the property that is elegantly adorned with immaculate indigenous flora and fauna, carefully selected from the developer's impressive greenhouse. Belmont Gardens Residences will be the home of a state-of-the-art museum honoring the first Premier of Nevis, Sir the Right Honorable Simeon Daniel, father of modern-day Nevis, as well as Nevis's first duty-free shopping lounge, including a sophisticated wine cellar, high-end duty-free shopping, and dining experiences right at your doorstep. Belmont Gardens Residences and duty-free shopping, luxury living on the beach.
Wanna go on a real beer for me, Kish?
Oh Lord, celebrating life. I want it to.
Real beer is a Caribbean felon.
Real beer, one of a kind. When you try, you can't deny one beer is on your mind. Carib.
This is Carib country.
I feel like special magic when I open the gold crown. Carib the beer for me.
Real beer is a Carib.
Carib beer, you know we know. Beastly cool, right on cue. Carib beer, you know it's true. It's a part of me, a part of you. Carib.
Real beer is Carib.
Be authentic. Be original. Be unique. Be you. The 36 Apparel Company, featuring ultra-premium blended fabric shirts and tops that are the softest in the industry. The bright, vibrant, patriotic designs are a perfect way to proudly display your identity. Visit their xxxvi.com and reveal your true identity.
Early Masonry Products Limited is a leading concrete manufacturer on the island of Nevis. With a fully computerized operation system, we provide the highest quality ready-mix concrete and concrete products. We also sell the best quality and best price building blocks on the island. OMP Limited has the most modern pump trucks and mixers on the island. We offer free delivery and free pump service. Opening hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. The head office is located at Rudolph Hartman Building, Happy Hill Drive, Charleston, Nevis, and the plant is located at Long Point, Nevis. At OMP Limited, we offer the best products at the best prices.
Better prices, better quality. Check Brown. Better shopping for you. Best value for your money. Check Brown. Better prices, better than the rest. Brown, the good food people. At Brown to get the best.
Fit Wellness Center, promoting a healthier nation.